Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I am working in my TN, my Traveler's Notebook, and this is for all the books that I'm reading in 2025. And I have this page open. I only need a one pager for this next book. This is the other one I read. Actually, I did an audiobook for this one, and interestingly, I didn't realize when I picked it that it's part of a series, and apparently this is book 2. So it was fine. I mean, I didn't feel like I don't understand what's happening, like with whatever must have happened in book 1. But I did see once I marked it off as read, and then it usually will give you like recommendations, and it said, oh, this is part of a series. I do have to say, while I didn't mind the book, it was fine. I'm not going to give it a super duper review. I don't think it was enough for me to go out now and read 1 and 3. I just wasn't that intrigued by it. So this is a one-off for me, but if you like the Tudor period and you find kind of intrigue interesting, and like all of Henry's different wives and the Boleyn sisters and all that, this series might be for you. So just keep that in mind. Given the colors that are in the photo, I'm not sure I have anything in here that's going to match the best. I'll certainly look through there, but I'm not sure I'm going to find it. I'm noticing right off the bat there's kind of a butter yellow here. I've got the red happening here, blue in the background, a little different shade of blue here, but still blue. So hopefully I can find something that works for that. Unfortunately, a lot of the things I have in here are kind of busy, or they have big words like this, so not sure what I'll find, but I'll try. While I originally thought I wasn't going to find something in here, I think I have. And it's going to require me covering up some stuff, but I think I can make it work. I have this piece, and this is what's on the other side. Now, I thought about keeping this because I do listen to audiobooks, and I'm like, oh, that might be good, but I really like the color on this side. And what I think I want to do is take the photo and cover up where it says afternoon and evening, where you can still, see the edges behind it, so you get that color difference, but then it's got a nice match between these colors. But it will require me obviously to get rid of that somehow, so I'll have to cover it up with a phrase, washi, ephemera, something, but I'm not so concerned about that. I think I have enough in my stash of stuff about books that I can do it. So actually, let me move this out of the way. I think I'm just going to do that right now before I change my mind. There we go. Yeah, come on. There we go. And then I can cover this up like that. That looks pretty even before I stick it down too hard. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit to the left like that. Close enough. So that takes care of the wording on those two. Then I just have this one, and then I will have to cut this down a little bit. I just realized I've already stuck the picture on, but it's fine. I'll have to cut off a little bit around the edges to make it fit on here, but that's totally fine. I have this cut down to what I want, and then I'm going to line this up, and I want it not quite to the curved edge down here. I should show that, but pretty close. I want there to be a good border in between. You know what? I'm going to end up having more on the bottom than on the top in terms of white space. But again, I don't expect this TN to be perfect. That's not what I'm after here, so that's okay. All right, so I have that stuck down. I need to find something to cover up this. I do have, this happens to be sitting on my desk. Whoops, I don't know if there's any phrases on here that would work. This color might not be bad, some of this in here, because it kind of matches the sky back there. So I have that option. I could just do black and white if I wanted. Oh, right here, it says right here, like stories to be told. That's interesting. I'll have to look at these to see. I have that, but then I also have all of my stickers and embellishments, or pieces of ephemera rather, like in here. I have these stickers. So I definitely have options. From this sticker sheet, I think I want to use this one of the bird cage, because it is very symbolic of the fact that women in this era were basically living in gilded cages. That really was their function, is just to serve men, and especially if you're married to the king, you are serving the king for whatever he wants, and that's kind of your only purpose. So I figured that's applicable, and the color, I think, will go well with what's on the dress. So I'm going to use that for sure. I have attached my birdcage sticker, and I decided to go more over to the right side because on this, not that these go together, they don't, but on this side, it's very heavy on the left side because of all of this. So I thought, all right, if they're going to be next to each other, I'll try to even it out a little bit, and I move that to the right. So that's fine. And I do think I want to pick maybe something out of here for this. And I like the color, but I just have to figure out the phrase. Now it could be like the possibilities, because a lot of what happens in this book is kind of like intrigue, like who's doing what behind the other person's back, who is trying to pull some political shenanigans in terms of who's in power or who wants to be in power and all that kind of stuff. Pretty typical of Tudor era books. So if I can find something that might fit with that, I'd be happy. Well, sadly, I didn't end up finding a phrase on here in this section, this middle one, in that color that I liked. It is what it is. I decided to go back to the one I originally saw, the black and white one that says stories to be told. And this is the perfect size. It will fit right here. So I think I'm going to sort of use that as the title or the opener to the page. And it works. It's double duty. It works for that, but then it also works to cover up the word that I don't want. Got a little too much adhesive there. Push that to the back. There we go. And then I can get this attached. Put it down lightly because I don't want to press till I'm sure. Is that pretty centered? Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now I have that on there, and then I need to figure out, do I want maybe another phrase down here to fill up some of this space? I'm going to journal here, I think, so I don't need to worry about that. So maybe one more phrase at the bottom. I did find another black and white phrase in that section that I liked, and this one says, no ordinary life. I think that's applicable to what is happening in the book and the main guy in the story who's doing the narration. He's definitely had a unique life, and, you know, interesting things happen. I'll just say that, no spoilers. But he certainly is privy to a lot of interesting happenings and information, relationships, all of that. So I think this is fitting. So I will put that. I kind of like it a little more to the left, but not all the way. I like it where it's just overlapping the color area a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's good. Do I want anything else? I've got a little silver here, and you know what, actually on this same sticker sheet, look at all of the silver stars. I think maybe I will use some of those. I was thinking about it on this layout about using stars to say how many I gave it and then didn't do it. So over here, maybe I'll take some of these and put them just under that, and that'll be my review. I have 3 stars on there already. I'm going 3.5 with my ratings. So I did cut one in half. It's kind of tiny here, so I'm hoping that using my tweezers will help with the placement. Did I get it kind of lined up? Let's see. Oh, it's not horrible. Can I move it down just a little bit maybe? I don't know if that moved that much, and that little half looks kind of weird. Should I take it off or leave it? Where's my other part of it? I wonder if the other side would look better for any reason. I will see if I can find the other half of that. I found the other half, so I'm going to try it and just see, does it look any better? Now, placement will be tricky since it's only a half. Oh, and I've got something stuck on there, I think. Can I get that off? Yeah, there it is. Okay, what do I think of that? That looks weird too. I'm not crazy about it, but you know what? I'm going to leave it. No one's going to see this but me, really. Well, and you, but otherwise me. I'll know it means 3.5. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. And actually, this one is done. Other than my journaling, I don't think I need to do anything else. So here's another one completed for my books. Thanks for watching.